Welcome. This is Module 1 Overview. You will find such short videos providing glimpse of major contents in each module. This module, we have we have covered areas where we could get to know each other, and we'll be covering what is psychology and conducting research in psychology and understanding various subfields in psychology. So if someone were to ask, what is the definition of psychology? What would your answer be? Perhaps reading someone's mind or helping people to find answers to the problems or getting people to do what you want them to. So yes, these have some element of truth chucked into it, but in this module, I would like for us to dig a little bit more deeper by understanding the foundations of psychology and various milestones that led to the development of this field. You will read various things listed here and how these school of thoughts actually helped in laying the foundation of psychology. So, if you remember the question I asked before, what's the definition of psychology? It is the science of behavior and mental processes. Yep, it's that simple. Let's now see how this came about. So earlier, structuralism and functionalism were the schools of thoughts that focused mainly on mental processes known as consciousness. So structures like Wilhelm Wundt and Edward Titchener focused on consciousness and said consciousness was analyzed and measured to better understand the atoms of mind. So then came in functionalists, such as William James and his student Mary Calkins, who were influenced by then what was the theory of natural selection, and being influenced by that, they proposed that consciousness should be studied as an adaptive ability that allows our species to propagate. Ultimately, neither of these schools of thought answered all the questions we had about mental processes or human behavior, particularly about the abnormal human behavior. So then came in Freud and his work on unconscious and dreams, all that were beyond our consciousness, that ultimately yield some explanation to abnormal human behavior. He is thus still a popular psychologist and the father of psychotherapy or psychoanalysis. Still, there was more to learn about psychology. In 1920s came in the whole science of behaviorism, the beginning of behaviorism, where famous behaviorists like John Watson, Ivan Pavlov, B.F. Skinner conducted a series of experimental research with animals and humans in laboratories, and they portrayed that learning process is an associative behavior that is classical and operant in nature. So during this reign of behaviorism, the definition of psychology actually was reduced to the science of behavior. And behaviorism led way to what is called humanistic psychology, which honors feelings and motivation. That in turn led way as the computers were coming in to the cognitive psychology field, which was more so to analyze the developmental models. And this was a revolution on the field of psychology, leading way to what now you will find psychologists have wide host variety of backgrounds, and such as cognitive psychologists. You can find sociocultural psychologists, psychologists who specialize in neuroscience, and evolutionary psychologists. So to help you on this journey of exploring what best fits you and what is the path that leads to the career of your choice. I have various resources in Module 1 that you can have a look at and get to know and ask questions. You will also see that this journey to this field of psychology is an interesting and incredible and enlightening journey, and I'm looking forward to that with you guys.